All right, this is video 3 of The Garage. I'm Brian.
I'm Ed.
And this is the political
Don't turn it off.
aspect. Yeah, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. Political aspect here. We're going to talk about some politics and things going on in the liberal states of our country. Yeah, it's you know, how can I put this? Folks, please quit saying they can't get any stupider, because I think they're taking it as a challenge.
Yeah.
You know? With respect to Governor Northam of Virginia, I think he says, hey, y'all, watch this. You know? Because just when you don't think they can get any dumber, they get dumber. They have invited Antifa to come to the State House for the gun rally. Antifa. Meanwhile, they have told the gun owners, it's illegal. We're banning guns at the Capitol. Means when you get to the Capitol, your constitutional rights no longer apply.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that work?
Even work? Yeah.
My constitutional rights don't stop at your door, at your Capitol. They don't stop. The Constitution, the Second Amendment doesn't say, oh yeah, right to bear arms except for you can't carry it here.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that.
They're all going to line up in the streets then.
Yeah. And Antifa is a known violent domestic terrorist organization.
Yes.
I'm going to call them what they are.
Yeah, they are.
They're violent. And they attack people who they know have no means of defending themselves, or they know won't fight back.
Yeah.
You know, take a look at Washington State, Seattle. You know, there were some, they call them right-wing, far right-wing groups. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, the term right-wing is attached to terrorist organizations and stuff. No. Antifa is not a far right-wing group.
No.
They're a far left-wing group. They're socialists. They want socialism in America. They want our nation to be socialist. And anybody that disagrees with them is a racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe, a hater, you know, all this junk.
Yeah.
They're a white supremacist, whatever. Antifa, I'm going to tell you something, and this, I think we can say this confidently if you don't mind. Antifa, this is the state of Indiana. And one thing you don't see is pajama-clad black morons running around the streets of Indianapolis. Why? Because we got a lot of farm boys around here, and we got a lot of men around here that won't put up with it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I'm the kind of guy, and I know Brother Ed is too. We both got our Trump hats on. I got a Trump flag flying in front of my house. Brother Ed bought it. Thank you, brother. And, you know, you show up at my house, try to take something, you're going to deal with me. You come up to one of us and try to attack us from behind to take our hat, you're going to deal with both of us. Mm-hmm. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, we're Christians, but we're also men. And we will not put up with it. And it's time for the men of this nation to say, you know what? We've had enough. Enough of these black pajama-clad living in their mama's basements, playing video games and coming up with stupid reasons to be offended.
George Soros puppets.
Yeah. Soros. George Soros?
Yeah, that's what I said.
George Soros puppets. Yeah, they're funded by George Soros. Like a lot of left-wing socialist garbage is.
He says, go do this, and they go do it. Yeah. And they're like, oh, we're fighting for our rights. No, you're not. You're a puppet. Yeah,
he's Emperor Palpatine if you're a Star Wars fan. Okay? You know who Emperor Palpatine is, right? Okay. The Emperor of the Empire. Mm-hmm. Okay? You know, it's time to say no more. Okay? And I don't know how many conservatives are left in California, you know, at this point.
Yeah.
California is facing a huge mass exodus. I'm guessing by the end of last year, it's probably 800,000 people have walked away and left that state, not including businesses.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm totally surprised that San Francisco is still there.
Functional.
It's like, not shut down.
Well, San Francisco's been given over to a depraved mind.
Yeah.
It's
like every mental health disorder person has went to get there.
They live on the street.
They live on the streets.
Needles on the street. I saw another documentary and poop everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw this thing. They interviewed the police commissioner or whatever, and like we've been saying, if they don't, you get a ticket. If you steal less than $900 out of the store, you get a citation. And
they don't show up for court anyway.
So they don't even give out the citations anymore.
No. What's the point?
So
the cops...
You can't even own a business because everybody in there is just going to steal your stuff because it's legal, basically.
Yeah. The local governments of San Francisco and other places in California have taken the cops and done this and tied their hands.
So then that's going to, if you're a business owner, that means, okay, if I'm going to make money, then I have to charge $900 for the stick of gum.
Yeah, and the prosecutors in these places like San Francisco have said, I'm not going to prosecute these crimes. Excuse me. According to the law, that's your job. So you're breaking the law, Mr. or Mrs. Prosecutor. You're breaking the law. You should be arrested. You should be brought to court. You should be thrown in jail because you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's all, like I said, it's all run by Democrats. So.
Well, one shopkeeper, he's a grocery store owner. I saw his story. And he owns a grocery store, and above his grocery store are government-subsidized tenements. And constantly these people are passing out due to drugs or whatever else, and they leave water running, and it comes through his ceiling into his grocery store. And constantly, he's got a back door because so many homeless people have peed on it. The bottom part of the door is rusting and rotting and falling apart. The front sidewalk is constantly, he's having to try to get people to move and leave, and there's poop all over his sidewalk in front of a grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, and liberals go, well, this is, we have, California is a model for the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Yeah, you didn't want to live like that.
Your home state? Do you think I want to go downtown Indianapolis or downtown, I'll just say Greenwood, I'll just say it, or he wants to go downtown where he lives and have to step around human feces or puddles of pee or needles? That's what they want to do to this country. They destroyed California. They've destroyed New York. They're destroying Washington State. They're destroying Oregon. They've destroyed Chicago, Illinois. You know, and now they're working on Virginia. Yeah. You know?
Yep.
They want to bring the same garbage to Virginia and all the other states as you got in California in these places.
And if they can get it through Virginia, what's them to stop them from any other state at that point? It's all just going to roll downhill.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. This is another thing. Is people mass exodus from New York and Illinois and California and places like this. The problem we're up against as conservatives and Christians is these people, some of them are leaving, but they're bringing their voting record with them. Okay? In other words, the same liberal crap they voted for that destroyed the state they came from and devastated it.
And the reason why they left.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we'll do it, but it'll be different this time.
Yeah, this time socialism will work. It's never worked. I watched a young woman talk about communism and socialism, and she says, well, that's because, and the guy was a Russian, an immigrant from Russia, and he lived under communism. And he's trying to talk to this young woman, but this young woman is so indoctrinated by our college. Our colleges are all socialist indoctrination centers.
Yeah, they
Don't get it twisted. With the exception of like Liberty University and places like that, okay?
Yeah.
But
there's some out there.
Prager University, you know, those are some good universities. You're going to send your kid to a university, send them there. Don't send them to these other universities because they're all liberal indoctrination centers. I don't know how many professors I've heard talk about our president needs to be forcibly removed from office and America will be better as a socialist nation and blah, 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 blah. These professors aren't professors at all. They're brainwashing our kids. I mean, what else can you say? So if you're leaving these liberal states, don't bring your voting record with you. Okay? Don't come to my home state, our home state, and think that you're going to continue to vote for Democrat socialist policies because this time it'll work.
Yeah.
It's never worked. Look through history. Look through, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And you people from California, look through history. Socialism doesn't work. It destroys. It destroys. Everywhere socialism / communism has been tried, millions of people have died.
Yeah.
Millions. Take a look at California, the homeless situation.
Venezuela.
Seattle, Washington, Venezuela. Venezuela, to the governor of Virginia. We're quite a well of history, by the way, here in Indiana, and Virginia's not that far away from us. And unless something changes in Virginia, we're looking for an influx of Virginians to some of our states. And we're hoping the ones that leave Virginia are conservatives.
Yeah.
If you're not conservative, Quit being stupid. Don't come to my state and try to turn my state into blue, because you're going to have a fight on your hands. But to the liberals in Virginia, the stuff you're doing, we're watching the Democrats destroy their own party.
Yeah.
They're destroying their party. There's no more Democrats, no more Kennedy Democrats are left.
No.
They're all gone.
Yeah, the Kennedy Democrats are now Republicans.
No.
Well,
No. But back when Kennedy was around, Democrats tended to be a bit more conservative.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah. And now, but he also, I'm going to point this out.
The center is so far on the left.
Well, everything has shifted left, actually.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, here's your graph. Here's dead center. Here were the Democrats. Here were the Republicans. Just right. The Republicans just right of center. Democrats just left of center. Now the whole thing shifted. Democrats are way over here to the left. Republicans have shifted just left of center just a little bit. We have those in the Republican Party that are deep staters, one world government types. We've seen it. We've seen it with the Bushes. We've seen it with other presidents talking about a one world order, a one world government.
Yeah.
Those are not conservatives.
No.
Right now, we've got a man in office in Washington, D.C. His name is Donald Trump, and he is a statist. Okay? He's a nationalist. He believes in national pride. He believes in the United States of America, the sovereignty of our country, the sovereignty of our Constitution. Okay? That's why he's trying to build a border while Democrats are fighting for open borders.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that working for you in California? Open borders, how's that working?
Yeah.
You know, we've got places in California, they're fighting as they're trying to fight these companies as they're trying to put up a border wall to protect them.
Yeah.
And the idiot socialists who are indoctrinated and brainwashed are protesting these companies.
Yeah. Because they're racist companies.
Oh yeah, you racist you. Racist.
They're building a wall.
Racism. No, it's not racism. It's wanting our national sovereignty to be protected.
Yes.
And wanting our children to be protected.
Welcome with open arms anyone that comes in this country legally.
Legally. Thank you.
No matter
and
where
without a
they're
criminal
from.
background.
And I hope everyone in Mexico, I hope every one of them comes to the United States and becomes a United States citizen.
As long as they're not a criminal. As long as they're not a criminal.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying the correct way, and that will weed out the criminals.
Yeah, no cartel members, no gang members, no pedophiles.
Yeah.
Okay? I've lost track, and Ed knows this. I watch the YouTube channels a lot. You know? Thank God. Thanks for the new Fire Stick, brother. But I do a lot of research and a lot of paying attention, keep my ear to the ground, and just keeping an eye on things. And I have lost track how many videos I've seen of illegal immigrant, now I'm talking about men, coming across our borders, and they're pedophiles. Pedophiles. They're violent criminals. And they're killing and murdering people. One case in particular, 2 girls were hacked to death by MS-13 gang members who came across our border illegally. The Democrats want open borders.
Yeah.
Democrats want
open borders means all of them people can just walk on over and do what they want.
Yeah. That's got to stop, man.
Yeah. We're not trying to separate the families and get the kids here and what do they call them? Freedom dreamers.
Dreamers, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not. Yes, we're trying to stop all of the bad guys from coming across the border as well.
Yeah, and then let me clarify this dreamer situation, though.
Legally.
The dreamers are illegal. Okay? They came here illegally. And they were old enough to know they were coming here illegally. So should they stay here? Should they get free education, free housing, free food? No.
It's illegal.
Bye-bye. Here's what we do. 1, and Trump's trying to do this. We need to fix our broken immigration system.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? We need to streamline it, but we need to have better background checks. Okay? If we can't pull a background up on somebody or they come up with a criminal history, back you go.
Yeah.
Done.
See ya.
Okay? If you came here illegally, back you go. Streamline the system. That way they can apply for citizenship or temporary citizenship.
Green cards and stuff.
Yeah. And number 2, let's quit this catch and release garbage. Oh, you came here illegally? Okay, here's your court date. See you later. And they disappear into the country somewhere.
Yeah.
Until they're caught committing a crime.
Yeah.
You know, one woman in particular, they got her a news coverage, and the news media, of course, we know they all lean left. This woman came across the border illegally and got caught. And so she was in a detention facility for illegals, and they were
Got a bottle
feeding
of
them, and she was complaining about the free food.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Complaining
remember
about the free food. Let me see if I got this straight. You crossed our border illegally, broke our laws, and now you're complaining because we're giving you free food because it's not what you want. Well, you're going to get what you get because you're here illegally, number one. Number two, they then processed her and released her into the country, into Texas, of all places, whereupon she committed a felony and physically attacked another person and hurt them badly, and then was arrested. Now, would that have happened if they had not cashed? No, if they'd have caught her and then shoved her butt back across the border, it wouldn't have happened. How many times have I seen illegals come into this country and get busted for drinking and driving, driving without a license, driving without insurance? They cause an accident and then we're left to pay for it.
Yeah.
They cause an accident, they get hurt, they have no insurance. Guess what? We're stuck paying for it because they got to go to our hospital.
Yeah.
When you go into the emergency rooms of hospitals all over the country, including here in our state, the hospital is glutted with people from other countries, many of whom don't have insurance. Now, I'm not just talking about Mexicans. I'm talking about Mexicans, Indians. You need to take your pick. When our schools are overwhelmed and they have to figure out 15 different languages, which slows down the classroom so our kids can't learn the stuff they need to learn. And now we got kids getting out of our schools that are dumber than a box of rocks that can't even count change back. But man, they know Spanish.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
We got kids getting out of school. And, yeah, they've got no useful skill set.
Yep. Well, that's so they have to depend on the government.
Yeah, or they just quit because the educational system is so jacked up that they can't learn.
Yep.
You know? I mean, this is what's going on in our country.
They know drag queens are okay.
Oh, yeah. Drag queen story hour is fine. That'll teach them something. Really? Yeah, this is socialism run rampant in our country. And we've got a president who's trying his best. But when he said he was going to drain the swamp, I don't think, God bless him, even Donald Trump realized just how big and deep the swamp was.
The swamp's pretty big.
Pretty big and pretty freaking deep.
Yep.
You know?
History.
And it's full of a lot of snakes that fight and bite back.
Yeah.
Now, hence the whole Nancy Pelosi. We watched for 4 weeks while these idiots held an impeachment hearing, the first part of which no Republicans were allowed in.
Yeah.
No witnesses for the defense were allowed in. No attorneys for the defense were allowed, nor was any defense allowed,
that was
which is illegal and unconstitutional.
Yeah, it's just a sham.
You're supposed to, according to the Constitution, face a jury of your peers, face your accusers, be able to question them. But Adam Schiff,
even mass murderers, they had a fair trial.
Get to face their accuser.
Yeah.
Okay? But no, not our president. No, Adam Schiff, when Republicans charged into the room, they were holding their secret hearings in the basement of Washington. When the Republicans charged in, Adam Schiff got up and ran out of the room with the so-called witness, the paid person.
Yep.
And then the next 2 weeks, they do televised with Nadler, that fat butt. They bring Nadler on there, and of course, the witnesses they had when they questioned them were like, "Well, I heard somebody said something about Trump."
Yeah.
Okay, first off, that's hearsay, and hearsay is not applicable
that's
in a courtroom. Yeah, that's
hearsay.
Hearsay. I
watched Law and Order.
Yeah, a lot of us have watched enough of these legal shows to know what hearsay is. Okay, so that was a kangaroo trial. That no rebuttal was allowed, and when somebody tried to rebuttal, they were shut down. Once again.
Yep.
And then when it's all said and done, the Democrats sat around with big chicken-eating grins on their faces, and Nancy Pelosi sitting there pointing with her little gavel. Hope you enjoy that gavel because you're going to lose it here pretty soon. But she points and knocks the gavel, and they take a vote, and all the yay votes for impeachment, it was all Democrats.
No.
And according to the Constitution, it has to be bipartisan. Not one Republican voted for it because they knew it was a sham. What did Nancy Pelosi do when this was done before Christmas? She didn't turn the articles of impeachment in.
Yeah.
They just now walked the articles of impeachment. Ed told me about a funny video. You might check it out. It's got the Benny Hill song with the Democrats walking the articles of impeachment over to the Senate, where they will promptly be run through the paper shredder of the truth.
Yeah.
And dismissed.
I just found out here recently, too, about Nancy Pelosi's son.
Oh, works for that Ukrainian energy
Works
company.
for Ukrainian.
Yeah, just like Joe Biden's son did.
Just like Joe Biden's son. Just
Whoopsie.
like, come on.
And some other prominent Democrats have kids working for Burisma, the energy company in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And they have no experience working in energy.
Yeah. How are these people impeaching our president?
It's
a sham.
Well, oftentimes, here's the thing, and throughout history, and one of the traits of socialists, communists, Democrats, liberals, progressives, is they accuse other people of the very thing they themselves are doing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They are guilty of this junk, not our president.
Oh, yeah.
There was no quid pro quo. Pardon the air quotes.
Yeah.
But it's a whole sham. So for the next 2 weeks, because Republicans and conservatives, as in general, we tend to be more fair-minded and not emotionally minded, but logically minded. So the facts are going to come to light about these impeachment proceedings, the sham garbage that they wasted millions of dollars of taxpayer dollars. Democrats are good at wasting taxpayer money.
Yeah. And
really good at it.
Not did any other
They didn't do
source
nothing.
of business
Nothing.
while they were doing this stupid stuff.
Yeah. They've done nothing. Nothing. Since Trump got in office, coming up on 4 years in November, I believe it is, they have done nothing. They were talking impeachment even before he was elected.
Yep.
The day after he was elected, he hadn't even done anything wrong. They said, we got to impeach him.
Yep.
Rashida Tlaib, I believe it was, or Kamala Harris, one of the two, said, we got to impeach I'm not going to use the word she used.
Yeah.
Okay? And no, it was Rashida Tlaib who was walking through the halls of the House with a big dumb grin on her stupid face. We're going to go impeach the president. No, you're not. He has to be impeached in both houses. And it's not going to happen.
No.
You have just wasted millions of taxpayer dollars in 4 weeks of time that you could have spent doing things.
Yeah. Fixing all the things.
Fixing all the crap you've done.
Yeah.
But guess what? You didn't do that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to state a prophecy.
Sure.
I'm going to state a prophecy. This is 2020. And
Yes.
we are in January right now still. We're still in January.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got how many months till November? 10. A little over 10 months till November. November 3rd. Actually, no, less than, we got about 10 months. 10 months till November 3rd. Just say 10 months. And we go vote. Mm-hmm. Nancy Pelosi, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and the list goes on. And oh, by the way, to the Democrat candidates who jump up on stage and yell, free, 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 free stuff, free stuff. And they don't fly the American flag during their debates, by the way.
No.
Not one flag in any debate. Zip. They threw some red, white, and blue up there for a good, warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
But while they're up there yelling, free this and free that, and give away free, give, free, 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 trying to buy votes. Go ahead.
No, that just popped in my head. The one lady, not Warren, but the other one that's still there. Can't remember her name.
Kamala Harris.
Anyway,
I don't know.
She said the very first thing she was going to do when she became president was import drugs from other countries because they're cheaper in other countries. So she's going to become a drug dealer.
Y'all seen that meme of Captain Picard
It
and
makes absolutely no sense.
Commander Riker going like this on the bridge of the Enterprise?
Well, I'm like, seriously, you just told everyone in national television.
You're going to
go
import
being a
illegal
drug
drugs
dealer.
into the country. Yeah. Let's think about that one for a minute.
That just popped in my head.
They made marijuana legal in California, made marijuana legal in some other states. While you're stoned out of your brain, what is your government doing to you? If you're stoned out of your brain and they're stripping your freedoms and your rights from you, are you going to know it?
Yeah.
No, because you're going to be too busy chasing down munchies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but marijuana should not be legalized.
My brother
I'm gonna say it.
My brother lives in Colorado Springs,
Yeah.
where marijuana is legal.
Oh, God.
And
Poor guy.
they've collected, I can't remember what he said. I don't know if the numbers were correct anyway, but it was like $80 million whatever dollars in taxes off of marijuana.
Yeah.
And the roads are terrible.
Yep.
the schools suck.
And they're blowing the
And-
money on crap.
Yeah, and he's like, I've not seen this money anywhere. Where's this money at?
Yeah.
Apparently they have, Colorado Springs has 2 major high schools and 1 football stadium for the 2 high schools, and they got to like go around their schedules.
But they collected $80 million.
Yeah, like where's this?
Yeah, I'm going to say it again.
It's not back into the community.
Taxes are the crack for the government.
Yeah.
Okay? Anytime they come up with a new tax and say, well, we're not going to raise this tax, we're just going to add this new little tax on here because we need this extra money, then later on they raise it.
Yeah.
Or it's just temporary, or they leave it.
And they leave. Yeah.
Taxes actually, up until 1913,
Taxation.
the majority of Americans kept their whole paycheck.
Yep.
And guess what? We had infrastructure. We had roads, we had a military,
Yep.
and we had schools.
Yep.
Okay? And then the government said, wait a minute. This is a place where we can get money.
Get taxed, 4 times, 5 times on the same dollar?
Yeah. And then in 1913, guess what else came about, and the reason why taxes came about? Federal Reserve. That was come up with at Jekyll Island by a bunch of crooks and thieves and liars and Luciferian types.
Skull and Bones.
Oh, Skull and Bones, baby. Skull and Bones. Don't get me started on Skull and Bones. That's a whole nother video, brother. Matter of fact, I got some information on all y'all conservatives out there that revere the Bush family.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, he saw the rest of the video we started last time you were here. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know exactly what
We need to have a conversation about this family.
The
Okay?
Bushes are.
I'm going to say this. The only reason Jeb Bush wasn't a Skull and Bonesman is because he's too dumb. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that right there.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, conservatives, everybody out there, Christians, evangelical Christians, 54 million of y'all did not register to vote in 2016. If you don't get off your dead butts and get out and vote, these socialists are going to take this country
Yes.
over. Look what's happening in Virginia.
Yes.
Do you like your constitutional rights? Do you like being able to stand there and tell somebody that homosexuality is a sin about being put in jail like they are in Canada right now?
Yep.
You better get out and vote. Because otherwise, these socialists will take over, and you won't even be able to carry your Bible down the street.
Nope. You'll be able to go to the church, but it'll be their
Yeah,
church.
let alone own one of these.
Yep.
Okay? Let alone that. You won't be able to defend your family, speak about your faith, or speak your mind about government because they'll make it illegal.
Yep.
They'll do everything they can to demolish and destroy this country.
And that's how we fight back.
Yep.
You got to get out.
You got to get out, you got to vote, and don't be afraid to talk politics and religion.
Yeah,
Because-
it's the same. They go hand in hand.
Yeah, we're all supposed to be adults, folks, and the Bible tells us to be involved in government. Remember Abraham Lincoln, this is the end of the video.
Yep.
Remember what Abraham Lincoln said, okay? You know what he said?
Said a lot.
Yeah, he said a lot, but one quote in particular, okay? The philosophy of the classroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next.
Yep.
And the tree of liberty must from time to time be watered with the blood of tyrants and that of patriots. You have to stand up and fight at some point. Now, I'm not calling for violence,
No.
but fight.
Fight means get out and vote.
Get out and vote, speak your mind, stand up, and we only fight physically when absolutely necessary.
No.
Period. When there's no other choice.
Yep.
You will. It's like the responsible gun owner. You will not see a responsible, well-trained gun owner reach for his gun unless he has no other choice.
Yep. But
Up
then
to
if
that point.
Then at that point, though, his game's on.
Yeah. Up to that. At that point, it's game on. But before that, we try everything we can to resolve the situation.
Yes.
Same thing in politics. Up to the point to where we have to. If you read the Constitution at the beginning of it, and we read it in one video a while back, I may read it again on another video at some point, where it talks about a tyrannical government. Because here's the thing, folks. When the government fears the people, there is freedom. But when the people fear the government, there is tyranny.
Yep.
God bless everybody.
God bless everybody. Go vote.
Yeah, go vote. Get out and vote this year. And be in prayer.
Yes. You got plenty of time to research.
Yes, do your...
I'm just a step away.